Hi there, it's Sandy, your sister and your friend. Welcome to today's video. We're continuing the series of just going through the lessons from A Course in Miracles. And today I'm doing lessons 73 and 74, and I entitled this duo as My Will and God's Will Are One. And in these videos, I've changed the wording to I, me, and my just to make it easier to read, but every lesson in the book, in the workbook, is for every single person without exception. The Course doesn't ask us to believe anything that it says or to even welcome what it says, but it does ask us to practice these ideas. It's through the practice that we'll realize that they are true. And these two lessons today tell us that there is no will but God's, and that our will is God's will in truth. So first of all, lesson 73, I will there be light. Today we are considering the will I share with God. This is not the same as the ego's idle wishes out of which darkness and nothingness arise. The will I share with God has all the power of creation in it. The ego's idle wishes are unshared and therefore have no power at all. Its wishes are not idle in the sense that they can make a world of illusions in which my belief can be very strong, but they are idle indeed in terms of creation. They make nothing that is real. Idle wishes and grievances are partners and co-makers in picturing the world I see. The wishes of the ego gave rise to it, and the ego's need for grievances, which are necessary to maintain it, peopled it with figures which seem to attack me and call for, quote, righteous judgment. These people become the middlemen the ego employs to traffic in grievances and stand between my awareness and my brother's reality. Beholding them, I do not know my brother nor my higher self. My will is lost to me in this strange bartering in which guilt is traded back and forth and grievances increase with each exchange. Can such a world have been created by the will the Son of God shares with his Father? Did God create disaster for his Son? Creation is the will of both of us together. Would God create a world that kills himself? Today we will try once more to reach the world which is in accordance with my will. The light is in it because it does not oppose the will of God. It is not heaven, but the light of heaven shines in it. Darkness has vanished, the ego's idle wishes have been withdrawn. Yet the light which shines upon this world reflects my will, and so it must be in me that we look for it. My picture of the world can only mirror what is within me. The source of neither light nor darkness can be found without. Grievances darken my mind, and I look out upon a darkened world. Forgiveness lifts the darkness, reasserts my will, and lets me look upon a world of light. We have repeatedly emphasized that the barrier of grievance is easily passed and cannot stand between me and salvation. The reason is very simple. Do I really want to be in hell? Do I really want to weep and suffer and die? Forget the ego's arguments, which seem to prove all this is really heaven. You know it is not so. I cannot want this for myself. There is a point beyond which illusions cannot go. Suffering is not happiness, and it is happiness I really want. Such is my will in truth. And so salvation is my will as well. I want to succeed in what we're trying to do today. We undertake it with my blessing and with my glad accord. We will succeed today if I remember that I will salvation for myself. I will to accept God's plan because I share in it. I have no will that can really oppose it, and I do not want to do so. Salvation is for me, and above all else, I want the freedom to remember who I really am. Today, it is the ego which stands powerless before my will. My will is free, and nothing can prevail against it. Therefore, we undertake the exercises for today in happy confidence, certain that we will find what it is my will to find, and remember what it is my will to remember. No idle wishes can detain us, nor deceive us with an illusion of strength. Today, let my will be done and end forever the insane belief that it is hell in place of heaven that I choose. We will begin our longer practice periods with the recognition that God's plan for salvation, and only His, is wholly in accord with my will. It is not the purpose of an alien power thrust upon me unwillingly. It is the one purpose here on which my Father and I are in perfect accord. I will succeed today. This is the time appointed for the release of the Son of God from hell and from all idle wishes. His will is now restored to his awareness. He is willing this very day to look upon the light in him and be saved. After reminding myself of this and determining to keep my will clearly in mind, I should tell myself with gentle firmness and quiet certainty this: I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Then let my will assert itself, joined to the power of God and united with my higher self. I will put the rest of the practice period under their guidance and join myself with them as they lead the way. In the shorter practice periods, I will make a declaration of what I really want by saying, I will there be light. Darkness is not my will. It is most important to apply today's idea in this form immediately if I am tempted to hold a grievance of any kind. This will help me let my grievances go instead of cherishing them and hiding them in the darkness. Lesson 74, there is no will but God's. This idea is the central thought toward which all our exercises are directed. God's is the only will. Let that sink in for a minute. When I have accepted this, I have recognized that my will is His. The belief that conflict is possible has gone. Peace has replaced the strange idea that I am torn by conflicting goals. As an expression of the will of God, I have no goal but His. There is great peace in today's idea, and the exercises for today are directed toward finding it. The idea itself is wholly true. Therefore, it cannot give rise to illusions. Without illusions, conflict is impossible. So let's try to recognize this today and experience the peace this recognition brings. So begin the longer practice periods by repeating these thoughts several times, slowly and with firm determination to understand what they mean and to hold them in mind. I should say this to myself: there is no will but God's. I cannot be in conflict. I can add some other related thoughts such as these: I am at peace. Nothing can disturb me. My will is God's. My will and God's are one. God wills peace for His Son. I need to deal quickly with any conflict thoughts that may cross my mind by telling myself immediately, there is no will but God's. These conflict thoughts are meaningless. If there is one conflict area which seems particularly difficult to resolve, I should single it out for special consideration. I should think about it briefly but very specifically, recognize the particular person or persons and the situation or situations involved, and then tell myself this: there is no will but God's. I share it with Him. My conflicts about whoever it is or whatever it is cannot be real. After I have cleared my mind in this way, I should close my eyes and try to experience the peace in which my reality entitles me. Sink into it and feel it closing around me. There may be some temptation to mistake these attempts for withdrawal, but the difference is easily detected. If I am succeeding, I will feel a deep sense of joy and an increased alertness rather than a feeling of drowsiness. Joy characterizes peace. By this experience, I will recognize that I have reached it. If I feel myself merely slipping off into withdrawal, I should quickly repeat the idea for today, which is there is no will but God's, and try again. Do this as often as necessary. There is definite gain in refusing to allow retreat into withdrawal, even if I don't experience the peace that I seek. I should have shorter practice periods at regular intervals in which I say to myself with closed eyes, there is no will but God's. I seek His peace today. Then try to find what I am seeking. I hope it was helpful to go over lessons 73 and 74. We're covering some important topics here that are the opposite of everything that we hear in this world, because it's all ego in this world. So we're beginning to understand that God's will is the only will that there is, and it is my will too. And in reality, I cannot be in conflict once I set aside all illusions. So in the next video, we're going to begin with Workbook Lesson 75. God bless you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.